He is the flyweight champion of the world, Alexandre Pantoja, who's going to be facing Steve Erceg in the main event of UFC 301 in Rio. And the last time you fought in Brazil, Steve Erceg, your opponent, was only 13 years old. So how does it feel to be fighting in Brazil once again?
That's cool. That's cool to know. I'm very good. Thanks to ask, Aldo. And yeah, back to Brazil, back to my town, Rio de Janeiro, like a king right now. With the belt in the baggage. I'm super happy. I can't imagine that. I work a lot for that moment to happen. But for one fighter, this happen. Uh, it's not everyone have that chance. Fighting your country, in your town. That's I can imagine that. I just work hard to deserve win the belt that night.
Why have you not fought in Brazil since that long ago? I mean, the
I
UFC
don't
just
know.
never offered you a fight there?
Yeah, I fight in South Korea, Abu Dhabi, Glasgow, Argentina, Chile, Canada, and it's never Brazil. Never happened in Brazil. I don't know why. That's for this moment. I'm believing God, and I think God like me, and give me this special moment for myself, and I'm enjoy, I'm enjoying not just about myself, enjoy that moment, but everybody have in my life is gonna enjoy that moment with me.
And tell me if you agree with this. Now, stylistically, I feel like you can match up against anybody in the UFC very favorably. But mentally, a fight like this, you're expected to win. Everybody thinks you're going to run through this guy. He's ranked number 10 in the world. There's very little tape on him for the most part. He's fought 3 times in the UFC. He's been in the UFC for under a year. A year ago, if you said Steve Erceg to me, you, nobody would know who you were talking about. The expectation that you're going to beat him, I think, is so high that mentally it's tough for you to, I guess, overlook that. Is that, would you agree with that? That mentally that is a little bit of a hurdle?
It's very hard for me. It's very hard. I think for everyone fighting Brazil, especially because Brazilian people is very emotional. And support you a lot. But Brazilians want the first place. Brazilians don't like the second place, and I understand why. Because my people work so hard. Work people wake up like at 5 a.m. Like take a full bus, go to the job. After 12 hours, back to the home. He wants celebration. He don't want to cry in the end of the night. He wants celebration. I understand that, and that's why everybody want go smile May 4. That's what I try to do. But I have good mentors in my life. I have good people in my side. One of my idols is Ayrton Senna, and I learn a lot with him. Something special he say, like it's not about me the victory. It's not in my hands. I can do everything for that moment to happen. I'm work so hard. All my energy is gonna try to be a champion, but that's God's decision. I'm gonna prepare myself for that moment. I will work very very hard for this happen. But I learned with the life. You I see Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. I know Jose Aldo can beat Conor McGregor, but about one mistake, Conor McGregor beat Jose Aldo. I learned with that. Jose Aldo is a big idol for me. I think in my style have a lot of Jose Aldo. My aggressive, my kicks, uh, and I learned with that too. It's gonna be special night for me. I like to see that. I work a lot for that moment. This chance, I want deserve win the belt again.
We'll talk about Aldo in just a second because he's going to be in the co-main event of the evening. But one thing I want to follow up with you on is you talk about the expectations. Do you have a sports psychologist or a mental coach or something that you can talk to about the expectation for this? Because I feel like not only are the expectations high because you're returning to Brazil after a long time, you're the champion, you're facing a guy who's ranked number 10. I feel like that's a lot to put on your plate mentally.
The God, brother. God is my teacher. You know, if you open your eyes, you can see everything very clearly. And I put my knees in the ground and say thank you for God all the nights. This is very special for me. That moment. And the life showed me a lot. The life showed me a lot. I have a lot of things to do, I have a lot of rocks in my across, and I take this rocks and make my castle. I learn with everything. And about emotion. I lost 5 times. In all my losses, I learned so much. With the Davidson Figueiredo, with Askarov. I had this happen with me before. This show me, and the moment I can lose, I win. When I fight with Moreno, I have a lot of pressure in that moment too. Fighting Brazil is different, but my opportunity to fight with Moreno, one guy I fight 2 times and beat him, and then I fight for the belt with Moreno again. I'm expect for myself. I beat this guy, I can beat him again. And I go to the title fight with this thing, and I make some mistakes. Because I'm too nervous. I'm human. You know, but I can win that fight with my heart. And now, more relaxed, I fight with Moreno rival. I can put my game playing. I don't hurt myself. I make a clean fight. I win all the rounds. And now go to Brazil. I think that's a very special moment for me. Go to Brazil after my first fight title defense, and this guy Steve Erceg, new guy in that division. I think it's that right moment that's happening. Because I don't know a lot about him. I see 3 fights, and he fight with good guys and make good victories. Uh, you know, my expectation is I fight with a giant. I'm ready to fight with a giant. That's why I train every day. I for fight with the best Erceg he can be, and I hope he can with everything. Because I'm ready to make a big show, and I'm ready to win. I'm ready to win. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make deserve that fight.
What is the most impressive thing to you about Steve Erceg's game?
He have good skills in boxing and wrestling. Good combination. Uh, Good hands, fast hands. This dangerous. That very dangerous for. And he tall. He have a good stance. He taller than me, younger than me, maybe stronger than me. But that's my life. I work very hard for that moment. I'm still working a lot. I don't stop after take the belt. I'm not stopped. I'm not a lazy champ. That's the third fight title in last 1 year. My first fight for the title is July. I fight in December. Now May. It's good, man. I don't stop. I don't stop training. I don't leave the gym. Maybe after this fight, I can enjoy a couple of times, travel, some vacations. I think I deserve.
You talked about Jose Aldo earlier. The King of Rio is back in the co-main event against Jonathan Martinez. Are you surprised that he decided to come out of retirement and come back for another UFC run? I mean, he's still young. I think 35, 36 years old.
Yeah, nobody know about the age about Jose Aldo. That's crazy because he's too fresh. That's so crazy. He fights for whack former champ, and then come to UFC, make one of the best histories everybody can watch. And I remember when he fight with Chad Mendes in Brazil and make with the knee knock him out. Chad Mendes, yeah, and run to the crown. That's I can I can't wait for my moment. And Jose Aldo opened the ocean like Moisés. I trained with him in Union before. I see like 10 years ago, I trained with him in Union. I have a lot of good special moments with Andre Pederneiras too. And I watch Jose Aldo beating everyone in the gym. That's a prime time for Aldo, and now he back. I think he have a lot to fight. He have a lot to burn. Maybe he can back. He can back to the fight for the title. He can do that. If someone can do that, it's Jose Aldo. I 100% with him.
Well, I blew your mind with Steve Erceg being 13 the last time he fought in Brazil. I'll blow your mind again. Jose is younger than Francis Ngannou. I don't think a lot of people realize that. Like he's still a relatively young guy.
Yeah, but like a lot of wars. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's make you old. Like me, I fight for a long time, for a long time. My first fight when I have 17, and then I'm still fighting like and I feel right now it's the best moment of my life. You know, I don't know, just like still training. I'm still involved. You know, after my fight to Rival, I back to the gym, and I'm still involved. I can show this in Brazil. I have so much more skills to show all the world. That's why I fight. You know, I fight for be the best fight all the world. You know, not just about my division. I want to beat pound for pound. You know, I want to show everyone I can do that.
So I'll say it this way: when you beat Steve Erceg on Saturday, who do you think is the most qualified fighter, at least right now, to challenge you for the flyweight championship next? If you had to pick somebody that you've never faced before, who would that be?
You have a lot of names. You have Almir Abazi, you have Mokaev, you have Matheus Nicolau, have a huge fight right now. I trained with Matheus Nicolau before. He's a very talented guy, very fresh, have a lot of good skills. And you have Manel Kapi. I fight with Manel Kapi before, and one of the tough fights for me. He's a very good guy, very strong for that division. And you know, you have a huge line. I'm super excited with my division right now. I don't think about to go to the bantamweight or not like that. I think it have big challenges in my division, and why? Because like 5 years ago, everybody want to try to delete flyweight division, and that's why every flyweight all in the world works so hard for this not happening. You know, show everyone how good everybody, and go to the UFC and show it to everyone. You know, every time you have flyweights in the card, we want bonus, we want performance. You know, I think I had like a four. My last 5 times, maybe I win 3 or 4 bonus. You know, I'm not sure, but all wars. You know, and yeah, I have big challenge. But right now, Steve Erceg, like I'd say to you, I train for fight with a giant guy. You know, I fight for the fight with the prime Steve Erceg, because I fight with the Rival, and I know how much Rival want for win, want the belt, because he not give up. You know, I have cup situation in my fight with the Rival. I feel he gonna give up right now, but no, he's still fighting, and this make me alert. And I know everyone fight for the title is gonna fight with his life. You know, and I read for Steve.
Well, one of my favorite things about MMA is we get to learn a lot, and I feel like this is a main event where we get to learn a lot about you. We get to learn a lot about your opponent, Steve Erceg, who we don't know too much about, and it's the main event of UFC 301 in Rio. Thank you so much for doing this, Alexandre.
Thank you, my man. Let's go.